I suffer with PTSD. I'm in recovery. I was diagnosed in 2016.
I was on a lot of antidepressants and pain medication for a long time, so I was pretty much just a zombie.
The point of service life is that you end up in combat situations, and that by its very nature is very stressful.
I was a serving police officer before I was a clinical hypnotherapist, and I saw firsthand people with PTSD in society who couldn't function, couldn't cope, and the fallout surrounding that individual through no fault of their own was immense.
My first apprentice was working with me at Volkswagen. He was one of the drivers. A behaviour from a colleague triggered his post-traumatic stress disorder. So the issue being, there was nobody to help. He then started at my house to do things in the evening, helping me work on my car, and he was quite interested in it. So I decided to quit my job as master craftsman with Volkswagen and start Forces Reengineered. This is where I decided to become a community interest company, so the work that we do pays for the charity side, if you like. So by having vehicles coming in for repair, not only can we continue the training, but we can also continue to stay open.
Forces Reengineered to me, are a flagship in this area. Not only are they providing credible qualifications with their apprenticeship scheme for veterans, but also adapting their environment to support with mental health, and particularly around PTSD.
Andover is a very lively community at the centre of the whole Salisbury Plain military world, with many military bases around.
Having the community around me that I have now has helped enormously.
It helps to have people in the same situation as you, going through similar kind of stuff.
It's built around veterans, so it's a family.
It's that safety, if you like, that you're coming here and you're going to be around people who understand that, yeah, you've had a trigger, you're not having a good day. If Phil feels that he is seeing this as a family, then obviously we're doing what one of our main things is, and that's to give somebody a place.
As much as they're aware that other veterans suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder, they still find it very difficult to admit to it and deal with it. So having other people around makes it much, much easier.
There's the dedicated therapist for all the people that come here if they need it. We've got Renata, who's very well experienced in doing the mental health treatment.
It's giving tools, really, to be able to deal with situations, and with time, it works.
The garage is self-financing, but we find that the nature of the people that we employ require extra support, and that it is often very costly. For the people that end up working here, it is transformational. It works.
A lot of therapy is ultimately distraction techniques, and there's no better distraction than being given a task in front of you that you have to complete with your hands.
The benefit that we bring starts with the individuals who are being trained. That then snowballs into their family and their relatives and their little communities.
But the benefit people get from coming to this charity is massive, and it's not just on the individual themselves. It affects their families, it affects the local communities, all the support services, be it the police, the ambulance. Just by making a change to one individual here, the ripple effects are felt, far and wide.
It has re-instilled in me just how competent I was beforehand.
I used to do a lot of mechanic work with my dad. I came here and then it was like, get to do it again.
We could phone up at the last minute. We could have a vehicle in the same day and it will be coming out the same day. A lot of The ambulances we brought down here was initially during the first lockdown. We found they were one of the few garages that stayed fully operational. I wouldn't take any of my vehicles anywhere else.
The work is exceptional. That's why people come back. And it's something the team is really proud of.
We've asked these individuals to put themselves in harm's way on our behalf, and they've always left a little bit of them behind. And I think we owe it to them to help.
They've been through all of that, but yet they're still really amazing people. And they're so understanding. And if I can come out and be like that, then that is enough for me.
I don't think my wife would say I'm easy to deal with, but she'd be the first to admit that this place is good for that as well, because it does have a knock-on effect. It's give me a bit more hope for mankind. It sounds a bit cheesy.
For me, I look at it in a way I can't change the world, but if it can change the world for one veteran, then my job is done.
Each person's problem is highly individual and it's all catered for. All of it. This is rare. Just to say thank you.